Hello, YouTube. How are you this evening? I hope all is well. I'm wishing you good vibes. You have not seen your girl Lori for a while. I have been taking care of other things and enjoying my life outside of the YouTube world. And I decided to take a hiatus from it. It's been a year probably that I've deleted all of my old information on my channel. But nevertheless, I know that you guys miss me. You ain't got to all speak at one time. I know you do. I know you do, honey, because I'm just that fabulous. But either way, honey buns, we got to talk about some things that have been going on. And I just wanted to make sure that everybody is clear about what information I've been I have had privilege to over the internet. So the first thing is our nation is going to thrive no matter what the situation, the outcome is. We all are strong and we are all one in this country, and we are going to push forward to progressive change to make our country better. And it doesn't matter who is the president there, okay? With that said and done, I'm going to put that aside. But I just wanted to talk about some things that I have been, that's been floating around the internet. And I got wind of it when I was on the west side of Chicago. And so I'm going to start off first explaining some things. The first thing was originally when I first started YouTube channel, my goal was to help people with social issues because I've had such a interesting life with the good and the obstacles that I had to deal with, right? And so my channel, when I first originally had it, was to support people that dealt with many issues, sexual abuse, had to deal with, issues with childhood obesity, those type of things fitting in. So being the black sheep of the family, all of those different elements that we deal with as being human beings, okay? And so I was very clear, and I was very honest about the things that I've had to deal with in my life that makes me me, special, lovely Lori me, loving me. You know what I'm saying? So I did not hide anything from you guys, especially the truth, because I felt that in order for you to hear me, you have to hear the most authentic part and the vulnerable parts about myself. And they may not be so good, and then the ones that are very good too, you get the opportunity to see that as well. So I was on the, let me go back really quickly about the intent of my video cover. So the intent was to help, the demographics of people that are, in these urban areas, or not so much urban areas. They can be in rural or whatever, but it was a group of people that may not be able to get the resources and the information that is needed to help them in a positive way to grow. Because even though we go through things in our lives that are setbacks and obstacles for us, we do make it. And I am definitely a product of being able to make it in my life, regardless of the setbacks that were put in my place and my personal things that I had to work on and work through, if that makes sense to you. So I ended up doing that, and it was to give you the energy that, or to give you the strength to move on. So with that said and done, let's talk about the story. I was on the west side of Chicago, and I was in a salon, and not only in the salon, and so I had a woman that came. First of all, when I stepped into this to this particular place, there were eyes all over me, and I did not know what they were for. I wasn't thinking. I just wasn't, it wasn't in my mind. So it was people looking all at me as if they knew me, or thinking, if they knew of me of any of sort. If they knew of me is what I'm trying to say. And so I was looking around trying to check to see, what was going on, right? And so I overheard a conversation from a young woman say, "That's her. You got to check to make sure, you got to check to find out about people around your kids." That's what the lady said as she looked back at me, right? And her daughter looked back at me, right? And so I'm like, and her kids. I was like, what is that all about? So I'm still not thinking about what took place. And so I had to down another aisle. So another person was looking at me and stuff, and they was nodding their head at me constantly if something was wrong. And so the lady said, "You better grab your child," or something to that effect. And I was like, so I said out loud, huh? I said, grab your child. I said, I don't even have any children to babysit. So either way, it was uncomfortable for me. Okay. So I didn't get the messaging then, right? So I was on the Metro train station, okay, in my area. And on this day, people are all looking at me and they looking in their phones and they looking back at me and looking on their phones, right? And so I caught wind of the conversation again of what these people were referring to. So I guess they have put out that I am some type of pedophile. And I am getting ready to talk about that shit because I felt that it was very, I don't know who put the story out, but I'm getting ready to clarify who I am as a person because I'm going to definitely speak on what has been wrongfully accused and labeled on me as a person. Yes, I am. So let's address it. First of all, let's talk about sexual abuse. First of all, I never denied the fact that I am an incest survivor. I never hide my story, but I was not sexually abusing anybody. But what they do with that story is they twist that story. They didn't went off because I don't have any information on it anymore. They take my story and twist it and build it to something that it's not. I have never been accused or sexually abused of any child. You understand that? That means I'm not on a sexual abuse registry. That means that in my history, I don't abuse kids. Actually, I'm an advocate for kids. If you want to get correct information about it, advocating for kids in non-for-profit agencies that have been, parents that have drug addictions or parents that have refugees. They cannot be a support system for their children because they're working, or kids that needed tutoring in education, mathematics and science and different things. Plus, I was a substitute teacher or I was in the educational field of some sort when I was in Texas, when I worked in the Chicago Charter School Network. Now, typically, if you are a pedophile, you will have that carry you all the way through. And that has never been an issue with me, with the other districts that I've worked for. And I've worked for many school districts before. So I don't know where in the world that you get your information from, but you need to get the correct information. And the only reason why I had to come out and address this is because of the labeling, it seems, that I'm getting from putting my own personal information out and how it has twisted and snowballed into something else. So I am not surprised about the slander and the lies online, but I was so surprised where people would believe that and not question why is that person putting that information out? What are they trying to gain? What happened between that person and that other person for that person or the person that's saying this to put that type of information out? So therefore, I am going to protect myself no matter what, because it can affect my career. It can affect so many different things. But honey, when the truth is out, it cannot, lies don't stick. That's what I'm saying. And if the character don't fit, lies will never stick. You understand that? So I don't walk around here like I'm afraid or I'm scared of anything. I don't believe in that. If I know I ain't got nothing to hide and I ain't done nothing to nobody, child, then I know that the truth will be put out there. So I'm putting the truth out there for myself. And that is to say that I have put so much into children, working with them and building comfortable building an atmosphere, even with my profession that I do right now, to allow them to feel comfortable with coming to me as an adult if they need to communicate or us what's on their mind about something. That was the roles I was mentoring children, and none of my references stated that I have ever did anything like that to a child. So whatever you get your information from, you need to get the right damn information about people and stop the bullshit and ass lying. That's what I cannot believe that that is something that I am accused of and I was labeled. I heard the conversation from the woman and I couldn't believe that the social media will the social media tool will, people put something out there and it's believable. I don't care so much about what you believe about my character, but the reality of it, I disagree and I stand up for things that are unjust, unfair, and lies. And that is a lie. And just to give you a quick run of the things that I have done with children, I have also been at kids. I used to work with them in soccer practice or whatever they had. I used to go to kids' games. I used to go to, because their parents would allow me to come to their events and things like that. But you're not going to put a label of anything on me that's not true. And I'm not going to wear it as a badge of truth because you went on the internet and you didn't had a some type of public media justice and you feel that that's the way you should handle it. Justice as in you gonna put me into a some type of court system online. No, you're not. You're going to be fair about the situation. Now, for one thing, I understand that people have to be careful about who they have around their children. That's not a problem for me because A, I don't babysit. I don't like babysitting. I like being child free in my life. And it was interesting to see that my neighbors were concerned about their children around me, considering that they never saw children in my house. I don't, again, babysit. So why is a single woman that is childless coming in here, you're so concerned about what she has in her household, and you don't even have any evidence in her to even show that about her character of being, sexually abusing kids or whatever it may be. So I talk about it. I believe in bringing it all out to the forefront. So you can't hide. I can't hide because I ain't got nothing to hide when it comes to situations like that. So you need to check your information online. And if you're going to put somebody in judgment about anything, do it the right way. Come and talk to that individual about the situation first. And you can believe what you want because it ain't going to change your mind because you get a pleasure out of re-victimizing people's information and recycling it, and create your own image of what the truth is when it's not. And personally, that's why I got away from the internet for the most part because it's not real. It's not dealing with things in an authentic way, and it's not honest overall as far as a lot of these different things that people want to put out. And that's not my personality. But either way, you can believe what you want, but I'm putting the truth out about myself. You understand? I have nothing to lose by putting the truth out, and it's not. You guys have hacked into my email system, my phone, and I don't have crazy stuff about kids on my profile like that or on my any email addresses. Because really, when you're sexually, from my understanding, when they do this, or when you have a person that has a sickness in that way, they usually have, things that are inappropriate on their phones and on their emails and all that kind of stuff with kids in there. I don't have that type of stuff. And I don't allow people to put me in a position to try to expose something that's not there. It does not exist. It will never exist on this planet, and I would never want a child to experience the issue that I had to deal with. I healed. I've been in. I had to go through counseling for 17 to 18 years, which I discussed on my profile. In addition to that, I've never had to a liking or fetish of any sort, but you're not going to victimize me because I am that I've been sexually abused. I am not embarrassed about my experiences in life. Unfortunately, they've made me stronger. They have built me, they have created a strong character and a moral compass. And they've taught me many things about how to help people that are in situations like that, how to build them up. So you're not going to get free game and free promotion and a bully. You're not going to bully and put things out there about me that are incorrect. So no, I don't even, I just could not believe it, because I was like, how in the hell did they get people to believe that and not even question where and what? But that is because we are so naive. They say I'm naive, but you're naive to believe, things like that about somebody, and there's no record or any type of real concrete information, but just hearsay. So I had to nip that in the bud about that. So just to give you clarification about that, I do not tolerate those type of things said about me, because I am a very confident woman in who I am. I am ambitious. I am strong. I am strong minded. And it did not affect my self esteem, because that has happened before, when people don't get their way from me, their way with me, or they feel that they can treat me any kind of way, and I don't stand up. I stand up for myself, and they don't like it. Then they go online and try to do their little slander or whatever. It's still not going to affect anything. I'm still going to say what I need to say at the appropriate time when it needs to be said. I don't cow down. I'm not a wimp. I'm not a person that's going to be back down in a corner where I can't go here and there, or feel like you got this public thing, image of me of being something that I'm not. I don't believe in that. If I know that I am true to who I am, and I know that that is not my character by any stretch of imagination, I'm gonna go wherever the hell I want to go on this planet, just like you or anybody else would go. So I'm just simply saying, check your sources first before you go and accuse or assume somebody else has done something that you know nothing about. And two, the other issue is, none of these people grew up with me. I grew up in a different area. They not even the same age group, and they seem to like they know more about my life than I know about myself. No, I am the person that wrote it. I'm the person that brought it out about my life, and no way in the world on this planet will ever be embarrassed about who she is as a person. I am a good person, and I know that about myself. Now, I don't know what y'all got going on with women with no children, but I was totally outdone with the neighbor part, because they never see me with kids. I'm always gone. I say hi to the children in my neighborhood and keep it moving. I got things to do. I enjoy, talking to the children if they want to talk to me and say hi to me while they on their rollerblades or whatever. But it is just amazing the backlashes and the assaults against who I am as a person, and I'm going to still celebrate who I am. I am going to still be the person that I think I feel the highest at. And no matter what the situation is, Lori will make it regardless. Lori's going to make it no matter what. And so these people have hacked into my emails. They have hacked into my cell phone. So if you got so much evidence about something, hey, put it on out there. No, that ain't the way I float my boat. That ain't the way I get down. So there was there was just hearsay. That's something that my attackers like to put out. They love to play with that. But honey, I am the divine diva, honey. We're going to keep this pushing. I'm not, I don't feel any type of way disappointed that they got that much clout. You know what I'm saying? They're all online, but they have hacked into so many different things. I had a couple of issues where by me being in the suburbs and being a single woman, I guess, because people are not socially comfortable with that. Well, you don't have to be. That's not your business about my lifestyle. Remember, at first I was a thief, right? Then now I got a sugar daddy, and now this, a pedophile. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. What you need to do is stay in your own house and mind your business, and I can mind mine. I am open to people that got good energy, but all that other stuff, different stereotypes about who I am and what I'm not, I don't owe you that. Okay. And again, these guys out here, I don't know what's going on. Let's talk about these gentlemen real quick because I ain't got time for it. I've made a decision to cut a lot of things off that were not good for me. Well, a lot of them were friendships, relationships, whatever it may be. I am glad I did it. I am not sorry for the decisions I've had to make for my life to make my life better because I got more peace and I got more joy, and it will not be disrupted through lies or with lies. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure everybody's clear on that. And unfortunately, I had to put this video out, but you got people online that know more about me than I know about myself. Go figure that out. But either way, I hope all is well with you. And just remember, keep your eyes open and keep your ears to the beat of the streets to see what's going down. You got to check on it. But either way, positive vibes, everybody. I'm going to have a good day. So you go and have a good day. Take care. This is Lori. Bye.